The following is a presentation of Alabama Public Television Station WCIQ, broadcasting from high atop Mount Chiaha.
Good Friday evening, everyone. It's good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. I hope you're all having an absolutely wonderful evening. I am your host for this Friday, Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live. And it is Friday, and if you don't know what we're doing Friday, or perhaps what the opening credits were about, typically on Friday we play Classic Gamma World. For the month of October, for all 4 Fridays, we eschew the post-apocalypse wasteland and instead entertain a bit of horror role play for your entertainment. And tonight we are concluding our 4-week Friday Shocktober Call of Cthulhu Halloween game, and we will be bringing our players into the live stream here momentarily. Thank you, Bashaker. I put some work in it. And I want to say welcome and thank you to Bob Schultz for becoming a channel member. Thank you for choosing to support us, Bob. I hope you find that it is worth it. If you are just tuning in for the first time and you wonder what it is we do around here, we talk about classic tabletop role-playing games. We have guests on who we interview, and we like to do deep dives on classic TTRPG materials, show off new stuff, interstitial news videos as it happens and impacts us. And of course, we play tabletop RPGs. But most of the time, it's something like oh, and a super also. Thank you Bashaker. Usually it's something like Dungeons and Dragons. Occasionally we'll get a session of something else in, but as I said, for Halloween we are playing Call of Cthulhu. Now, in case you're worried about, concerned about, curious about edition, don't be, because Call of Cthulhu is essentially unchanged from 1st through 5th or 6th edition. So if you have one of the old 1st edition books or box sets, it's as compatible throughout the 80s and 90s as it can be. So thank you all for tuning into the show tonight. Now, one thing I will tell you about our Let's Plays. Generally, I like them to be kind of interactive. If you have a question about what we're doing or how we're doing it, feel free to ask in the chat. If I don't catch your question, maybe one of the players will. If one of the players doesn't catch your question, possibly somebody in the audience will. You do not have to super chat to ask a question. I appreciate all of the support that you guys show the production that I put on. I'm largely a one-man band. I do have a co-host, and folks do lend a hand technically. But for the most part, it's me. So I really, really appreciate it. But you don't have to do that to ask a question and get it answered. But I don't want you just to sit on your laurels and go, well, I guess I'm just watching people play a role-playing game tonight. This is not like Critical Role or any of those others. You can interact, you can feedback. Now, if you are unfamiliar with Call of Cthulhu, it is a game of cosmic horror, ostensibly set in the then contemporary times of H.P. Lovecraft from the 1920s until the late 1930s when he passed. We're doing something a little bit different. This Call of Cthulhu game that you guys are about to jump into here is set in 1970. Why 1970? Well, you know, it was 54 years ago, and that just about spans the distance, the time distance between when H.P. Lovecraft wrote his stories initially and the release of Call of Cthulhu by Chaosium in 1980. Yes, it's been that long. And if you look at some of the earliest dates on Lovecraft's work, it's been about a century. So I thought I would set this in the early 1970s, the year 1970, in fact. You'll find it is not too dissimilar from our world, but nobody's going to be looking anything up on a computer. Nobody's going to be grabbing their cell phone and taking pictures. The idea of a portable movie camera is essentially the same now as, or now in 1970 as it was in the 1930s. A big bulky thing that has to be carried around and mounted on a tripod. But there are a few conveniences. And I don't think it's going to take anyone out of the mood, hopefully. Doc Flamingo asks, have the Dark Ones stolen my beard? It was wild and chaotic. With me, there's the whiskers that you guys see and call my beard, or this. There is no neatly trimmed beard for me. But thank you for the super chat, Doc. I do appreciate it. As this is the last session of Call of Cthulhu, and this was something that I was essentially informing the players of. If there is a character death, there will not be a, well, roll up another character real quick. If we wind up at the end of the evening with one person roaming around rural Alabama, so be it. All the better for the horror. Now, I have talked fairly long enough. And the last thing I'm going to say is we will play until the adventure comes to a conclusion. Typically, I say midnight. But we will play until there is a conclusion. We will not play next week. Next week, we return to something nice and safe, the post-apocalyptic environs of Gamma World. So without further ado, I'm once again parked on my headphones. A million and one cables in my studio, yet the casters always find my headphone cable. So let's bring in our players. First of all, we have Doomsword Deathmaster playing author Pete Wilson.
What's up?
Just you, man. Just you. We have Yang Yan Zhao playing Philip Barker.
Good evening, y'all.
We have Kevin playing Will McFarlane.
All I wanted was a Pepsi.
And last and not least, we have Kennick playing Carrie Smith.
Hello, peeps.
All right. When we left the session last week, you had all, after a series of chilling and increasingly disturbing events near the Talladega National Forest and Mount Cheaha in Alabama, you had sequestered yourselves in your hotel room, hoping against hope that dawn would come and things would begin to make sense again. However, part of the way through the night, there is a furious knocking at your door. When you open the door slightly to see who it is, someone you don't recognize asks if he can come in and talk to you, that everything is going to be all right. Protesting against this, you have only moments to react when the door is forced open and in rush a group of figures. The lights are still off in your little motel room, and it is small, just enough to contain a couple of beds, a nightstand, a chest of drawers upon which sits a small black and white television, and of course the door to the lavatory shower area. So there is a group that has forced their way into the room. The man who initially spoke is motioning for his fellows who've rushed into the room to be as quiet as possible.
Do we? Oh, sorry.
So it looks like there's at least 4 of them, not counting their ostensible leader. What was your question, Yang?
I was just going to ask if we, by any chance, recognize any of them from the movies.
Recognize them from the movies? From the film that you saw.
Yeah.
Yep.
It is very nearly pitch black in the room. It is very, very hard to see anyone's faces in here. The only light currently in this room is from the glow-in-the-dark alarm clock, which is providing no illumination whatsoever, just the clock itself, and the illuminated sign out in the parking lot of the motel, which is more blinding you from suddenly going from asleep with your eyes closed to being awake than it is providing any sufficient illumination. So that is the situation. They've rushed in. And so, what are we all going to do?
So, in terms of rushed in, they've burst through the door.
Yeah, they force the door open, and they are all they're all in the room with you.
Yeah. My intent is to move forward amongst the middle of the group very slowly and attempt to parlay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Let's see. Bring this over here. By the way, if you happen to be watching us over on Twitter, also welcome. And I sometimes do not see live chats over on Twitter. So if you have anything that you would wish to say, please put a message up there. So that's what you're doing. What is we'll just go down the line. What is Philip Barker doing?
Philip is going to pull out his knife, yell, "Screw you, Charlie," and stab the nearest one.
Okay. And how about Will?
I told you they're coming for us. Told you.
And what is Carrie doing?
She's going to try to slide, and she's going to regret it because I'm sure this floor is nasty, but she's going to like slide off the bed onto the floor and try to grab the camera and start recording.
Okay. Getting your camera up and going is going to take more than a few rounds. Let's see. So we'll start with, let's see, Pete, your dex is 14. Phil, your dex is 10. Will, your dex is 14. Carrie, your dex is 8. So Carrie will be acting dead last. Will, you're going to go first. What do you wish to say to this group?
I don't know them, right? I don't know any.
No, I'm sorry. I completely screwed that up. I meant Pete.
Okay.
Pete, what are you doing? Or what are you saying to them?
Right. Hey guys, there ain't nothing going on here. You know, we're just trying to chill out a little bit. We've been exploring the place and whatnot, and we got some stuff to talk to you. We were sent by Mr. Turner himself.
Okay. Let's see. Give me a persuade roll, please. Your base chance to persuade is 25%.
Yeah, I have a 70 persuade on my character sheet.
Oh, I'm looking. I did it again. My apologies.
No,
Too many
it's cool that
tabs.
you're telling us what
Okay.
we have because
yeah. So yeah. Go ahead and give me a persuade roll there.
Come on. Oh yeah.
26. Okay. They all have a couple of them. You can see now your eyes are kind of starting to adjust. They've definitely got something in their hands. And then a couple have, they've got like elongate, you think maybe clubs, ball bats, something. And a couple are holding their hands in such a way that makes you think they might have guns. So the man who has broken into the room speaks and he says, "Well, y'all need to come with us. It's for your own safety. Y'all just need to come with us." And then Yang, you are lunging at one of them with a knife. So this is going to be let's see, this is going to be I don't really have you down as having knife attack. You guys are in kind of an enclosed space. Give me a D100 roll. $95. Yeah, you're swinging that thing around and just whoop, 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 whoop. You remember seeing West Side Story, so you think this is how you knife fight. But the two, and you can now see them, you're blinking, everything is coming to everything is kind of coming to clarity. Yeah, there's a couple guys with pistols and a couple of guys with short billy clubs, and one of the guys with the billy club is swinging back at you. All right, so lucky for you, this cannot impale. You take a couple of points of damage and roll. Let's see. You know what? We're gonna do a dex versus dex. So what is your dex there? Yang, what is your dex?
Sorry.
That's
10.
Okay. 10. That's right. Okay. So we're gonna do Dex versus Strength and do a resistance roll. Roll percentage dice.
Oof.
54. Okay. All right. So your Dex is 10. His strength. Okay, it's actually kind of a near thing, but yeah, the billy club comes across your arm. You take a couple of points of damage there. Yeah, that this guy knows how to swing a billy club. And your hand goes numb with pain, and that knife, you just hear a thud on the floor somewhere.
How much did I take?
You took I'm sorry, I said 3. You took 2 points of damage from the club. And a gruff voice from the club swinger, he says, "Now, God damn it, boy, you settle down." At which the person who had forced his way in the room recites a Bible quote about not taking the Lord's name in vain. All right. So he says, now, yeah, he speaks and he addresses Pete and says, now y'all need to settle down. Y'all need to come with us.
Hey, y'all need to settle down too. We've been through a lot. I just want to know who you are and what we can expect. I mean, why we need to come with you?
Well, folks that might be able to help you. But if y'all keep fussing and fighting, well, we can take you out of here kicking and screaming.
Yeah, I ain't trying to fight, my man. I'm just trying to get along, you know? My buddy's seen some stuff. That's why he did what he did.
Get some rest, Wheeling. Good to see you again. Kevin, give me a percentile roll, please.
Okay.
We are doing active power versus
39.
39.
That's a pretty good roll.
And those are awesome dice.
Yeah. Okay, you actually are very compelled by these people. You definitely want to do as they say.
Well, you guys, they're going to help us. I thought they were somebody else. They're not somebody else. They're here to help us. I think you guys got to get together and start lining up and put the shotgun out. Apparently, I like pointing that at people.
Okay. Alrighty.
Better to bring it with you than to leave it behind, my man.
Okay, so Carrie, you have finally got the camera going.
I've turned the sound on, make sure it's on, and I'm just gonna keep rolling.
Okay. All right. Now y'all gonna come on out with us?
Yeah, I think we will. Now, you must understand, we don't divest ourselves of any weapons, you know. What we got, we got.
You just be real careful with that shotgun, boy.
Yeah, you just be real careful with that shotgun, boy, too.
All right. So they are waving. He's like waving you guys out into the parking lot.
All right. Well, I suggest we grab all our stuff. All you folks in here hanging, Let's grab all that stuff and go out.
Phil,
Unless you want to do it a different way.
Philip is going to pick that knife back up and tuck it into his belt.
Okay. Club Swinger is keeping an eye on you.
I'm taking my pistol.
All right. There is a pickup truck. You can see it. It is parked on the lee side of the sign out in the parking lot of the motel, so it cannot be seen from the office area as you guys are coming out.
Man, you expect me to ride in the bed?
Yes, I do.
How about I sit in the back seat? Obviously, you need a man of my expertise.
Ain't no backseat in this truck, boy.
Oh, yeah, I see it's one of them.
Okay.
Fair enough.
As you guys are moving across the parking lot, let's see. We'll start with Kevin. Give me a sneak roll as you're moving out in the parking lot.
All right. $12.
Oh. All right. You are you are moving along.
Nope, I only have a 10%. So
I know. You
Okay.
got very, very close. You catch your foot on the little concrete bumper in the parking lot there, to stop you driving your car right into a hotel room.
Yep, pylon.
Stumble and fall, and it makes a goodly amount of noise. You hear a click and a creak of the door at the office opening. And yes, you hear the night clerk's voice, or the clerk's voice, I should say. Now, what's going on out here? Who is that? He is approaching. He's wearing a night shirt, but he has trousers on, and he is holding something in his hand.
We recognize it's Lawson. Is who it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Lawson.
I'm turning the camera and filming him coming towards us.
Okay. All right. Is anyone doing anything as Lawson walks across the parking lot?
Can we make out what's in his hand?
Yes. By the light, you can see he's holding a rifle of some kind. Looks like a lever action.
I think Dr. McFarlane has this under control personally.
Okay.
I'll tell Lawson. We're just going out with some friends here that we met at the restaurant earlier. They're gonna help us out with our film. You could go back inside and hang out in the office and read your magazines.
Lawson points at you all, throws his head back, and screams high-pitched at the top of his lungs, like a sound that you guys normally associate with someone being unmanned. It is exceptionally unsettling. You hear a flapping sound like bats or birds.
Oh shit!
Nearby. What is everybody doing?
I think I'm gonna shoot Lawson.
Okay, you're gonna shoot Lawson. Pete, what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna be surprised.
Okay.
For a moment.
All right, and how about Philip Barker there, Yang?
So we know where the car is, right? Where the car we were going to is supposed to be?
Yeah, you see a pickup truck. It is all the way across the parking lot, which is about 30 feet. So it's going to take you maybe 3 combat rounds to get there.
All right, I am going to try to pick up Carrie and make a beeline for that truck.
Okay. And the 2 guys with pistols are also opening fire on Lawson. He, after he lets out his scream, is raising up his rifle and says, hoarse voiced, "Y'all will be hosts. Y'all never leaving here." All right, so let's see. First shot is going to be... Oh, well, that's Will McFarland. Take your shot.
Right. 30% is what's on my sheet.
30%. Yes. Okay.
25.
25. Okay, so 25.
Now I'm doing
Hell
both.
yeah.
I'm doing both barrels. I'm not doing one. So
Okay. All right. All right, and you got what, a 25?
yes.
All right, so here we go. Shotgun, you specified this was 20 gauge.
It was.
So that is
Yep.
that is going to be 2d6, please.
Right. 2d6. It's 5.
It's 5 on 2d6. Okay, so you catch him with some buckshot. He is going to return fire at you.
All right.
He is going to miss bigly. Actually, not that bigly. You do hear the bullet whiz past you.
Ooh.
Pistol 1 is going to shoot at him. And wait, is that 72? That is 72. That is going to be a miss. And pistol 2, he will hit. And this is much like your revolver in that it is a 38. So this is going to be a D10. Unfortunately, he did not get an impale roll. And that is 6. And you had done 6 to him also, correct?
No, I did. 5, was it 5 or maybe it was 6?
No, I think it was 6.
Okay.
But anyway, that is, let's see. That is actually sufficient. He falls backwards as he like staggers backwards from the shotgun blast and struggles to bring his rifle up to peel off a shot. The second bullet hits him, and in the gleam of the light, you can see something sort of glistening and blue-green kind of start to... It's not like bursting the flesh. It looks like it's literally just kind of oozing out of his forehead. It looks like a giant mosquito. I'm going to need a SAN roll. We're going to go down the line. Pete, give me a SAN roll, please. You've seen this before. You've seen these things before.
Yes, sir. All right, here we go. Come on.
Wow.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's horrible, but you are... It is... At least it's not more horrible than what you saw before. Philip Barker needs to give me a SAN roll, Yang.
Oh,
89 is not sufficient. Will, you need to give me a SAN roll.
All right. I'm at -4 right now.
Okay.
-4
yeah.
sand.
-4
Okay.
stand. Yeah.
All right. And Carrie, give me a SAN roll.
Yeah, just a little over.
Okay. All right. So for those of you who failed your sand rolls, you are viewing something horrible, which is unfortunately not in my PDF. So let's see. All right. Different minds are affected differently. Phil,
Uh-huh.
you lose 2 sand.
Sorry, quick question too. The other day when he saw that stuffed bear, you had described that as temporary sand loss.
Yeah.
So is he still down those sand points, or did they
That-
reset? Or I'm not sure
that
how
was-
temporary loses changes.
Yeah, that's gone by.
Okay.
All right, so that's 2 points of sand loss for you. Will, that is 6 points of sand loss for you, and Carrie, that is 5 points of sand loss for you.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing about losing 5 or 6 points of sand in the moment.
It's horrible.
It's not good. It's not good.
At least it isn't happening to Will.
At least it's not happening to Will. Yeah.
Yeah, and at least nobody loses 2 levels of experience.
All right.
1 out of 4 ain't bad.
So, oof. You are temporarily insane for the next 9 hours.
Well, that's so same as before. Okay.
So let's see. That is. All right. Well, that was actually for Yang there.
Oh.
Sorry,
Yes,
he only
you're-
lost 2.
Yeah, I only lost
Yeah.
2.
Oh, you only lost 2.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
Carrie-
sorry. Yeah, then that's
Carrie
Will.
lost the 5.
It's Will and Carrie. So
Will and Carrie. I'm sorry. All right. And Carrie, you are temporarily insane for say 6. For 8 turns. I'm sorry, I should have rolled another D10. Yeah, it's 9 hours for Will. 8 turns for Carrie.
So what does that entail? Is that like blithering idiot insane, or the Jokers come back into the movie circuit, or
Let's see. So sanity.
Well, if you're the Joker, then Carrie's got to be Harlequin.
No, we're not doing that. All right. Well, actually, no. Give me both of you guys who lost the 5 points, Carrie and Will. Give me an idea roll. There's another layer. There's another layer.
all right, 30 for Will.
30 for Will.
My
Really,
idea
I
is 75. So
Okay.
unless that's a 2.
It looked like it too.
Yeah, it was a
It
2,
looked
and
like
then
a
I got a
2.
Sorry.
20.
Okay. So yeah, you guys, you guys fully recognize, or well, you don't recognize, but you understand the implications of what you're seeing with that thing crawling out of its head. And let's see what you do. That's So temporary insanity. All right. Carrie. You just start going into hysterics. You're like screaming and shaking. This shouldn't be. A giant blue-green translucent mosquito just oozed out of that man's forehead. You have seen some gruesome stuff in movies, but this is happening in real life. So you're just in hysterics. And that is also the case for Will. With Will, it's more like, I didn't want to believe it had happened, but now I've actually seen it. So
does this bring back any knowledge of this occurrence happening to him previously, or is he still unaware?
Unfortunately, yeah, that's probably what got you.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are both being bodily grabbed and dragged by friends and allies. And let's see how many. Okay. So, this guy's lying on the ground. You guys hear over the screams of your friends, the flapping of wings. Everybody's piling in the truck. Let's start with you, Dooms. What are you jumping into the truck?
Well,
I mean, you don't have to.
Being that my friends have seemed to be attacked, I think I'm gonna have to take a shot at them.
You're going to take a shot at your friends?
No, not them. The people who attacked them.
Oh, these people. Okay. All right. Yang, you were just piling people in the truck. And...
Yeah, I'm trying to start her up.
Oh no, you're not. The man who was speaking is already in the front seat. And you've got Carrie. She's like screaming and losing her madness, or losing her mind, going mad.
Oh, well, I'll toss her in the back then.
Okay. And let's see, Will, you're just bodily throwing yourself in the back. You're actually like, they're not helping so much as they're grabbing you guys and dragging you into the truck. But Pete, you're opening fire. They're all kind of doing that. Who are you going to shoot at, Pete?
Yeah. One of the creatures grabbing onto my friends.
Okay. Go ahead and take a shot.
Don't matter which one.
All right. $38. Does that hit?
I believe so.
Oh, Bashaker, thank you very much. Thank you for the super. We love you too.
Handgun.
You got a 40 handgun. They're about 30 feet away. I just want to make sure that there's not a range penalty. I don't think Call of Cthulhu gets that deep into it, but I also want to make sure, and that is not an impale attack, by the way. I mean, it is an impale attack, but it is not an impale roll. Okay. All right. So that was a 38 handgun.
Yes, sir.
Do you wish to fire a second shot, because it is 2 shots per round?
Oh yeah.
All right. Take your shot. Take another shot.
Ah, 7.
Okay, that one pings off.
Yes.
So roll a d10 for your
5.
Okay. You hear a dude yell. The truck is turning on, and they're they're leaving. They're driving into the parking lot. This guy's flooring it. And again, I want to thank you, Bashaker, very much for the $10 super. I do appreciate that. All right. So it's a new round. The truck is accelerating away. Your friend is shooting at you all as you're driving away. Let's see. Carrie, you are in screaming, crying hysterics. Will, you are in screaming, crying hysterics. Phil, you are just kind of getting up on your knees and looking as Pete peels off a couple of shots.
How many of those guys are in this truck?
There are 4.
There are 4. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I will do nothing for now.
Okay. Okay. The truck takes off and it hangs a hard right. Pete, are you standing up in the bed? Or are you sitting down or what?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, not Pete. I did that again. Phil, are you standing up or sitting down in the bed?
I am probably kneeling. Yeah, kneeling so I can see over the side.
Okay. Yeah, you just see the lights of the gas station and the motel receding in the darkness. You're watching your friends drive away. They have turned. They're going up State Road 9 there. You're all by yourself in the parking lot, Pete, but not for too long. There is a buzzing and flapping noise. Descending around you, you see just sort of coming over the roof of the motel behind you. You see these things. You hear there are 4 of them. You have recently seen them, so you do not take a you do not take another SAN roll to see these things right after you just saw the other ones. Walking out from around the clerk's office and sort of jogging across the street. You don't recognize the person coming around from where the clerk's office is, but you do recognize Cletus from San Ann. He is jogging towards you. These things are moving towards you. So what do you have to do, Pete?
Hey, I'm running for the truck. Can't
Okay, you're gonna
these guys left me.
You're gonna
Wave my hand.
All right. So you are running as fast as you can.
Yes, sir.
Your dex, let's see. These things are 14. Darting towards you. Let's see. Yang, you're watching this. You see Pete just like yells and starts running. You can see him in the distance. It's receding behind you. What are you doing?
I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do, I guess. Oh, question. Did Will bring that shotgun with him? Do I see his shotgun?
Yeah, he still has it. Well, unless you made me drop it.
Yeah, no, you held on to it.
Can I take the shotgun from Will and then try to make a shot on whatever's flying towards Pete?
You are getting further and further away as the seconds pass. Pete is in hysterics. Give me a, let's see, Pete, your strength is 16.
You mean Will?
Will,
Will?
I'm sorry,
It's
Will, your
13.
strength is 13.
Yep.
Right.
And Phil, your strength is 8. So I'm going to need to see an opposed check. So we are doing a resistance roll. So your active is 8. His passive is 13.
Ooh.
All right, roll it as you try and pry the gun out of his hands.
Percentile?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, he's not letting go of that shotgun, dude. He's not letting go of that shotgun at all. Give me an idea roll.
oh, 70. Yeah, so that makes it.
Maybe you could ask this guy to turn around.
All right. Well, he will bang on that little window that's always in the back of trucks and say, "Hey, turn around. We got to get Pete."
All right, that's a fairly basic persuasion attempt, and your friend just shot at you guys. Roll a persuasion roll. Oh, very close. He yells back. He just kind of says, "Your friend's probably already gone, boy. Sit down and hang on." Meanwhile, back in the parking lot, we have some insects. The woman and Cletus have just stopped and are standing watching. And you have 2 more rounds in your revolver, by the way, which is convenient because there's 4 of these things. However, let's see. They are flying towards you, buzzing around you, and you can see dangling from them in all their horrid blue greenness. They have these like stinger-like appendages hanging off their abdomen. And one of them strikes you. Okay. And Pete. Okay, as soon as that stinger hits you, you scream and convulse in agony. The pistol falls from your hand and you lie there. Every nerve is on fire. When you were in Vietnam, you once saw a man survive a napalm strike. You think you might know what he feels like right now. Every nerve, every synapse is burning. Another one is flying right at your face. It alights, but your thrashing around does not permit it to do whatever horrible thing it's going to do. The stench from it is overpowering. Your stomach roils, and you just spew up. Another one tries again and is not successful. 1, 2, 3.
Ooh.
However, you feel this cold, disgusting sensation through your skull, and it's inside you. Something is picking over the inside of your brain. Give me a sand roll.
Yes, sir. Sand is 55. $19.
Okay, this is no less horrible, but you just managed to hold on to what, like, the last shred of coherent thought. Yeah, this thing is like looking through your brain, and it's showing you things.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. The good news is the pain has stopped.
Excellent.
So this woman and Cletus approach you, and Cletus looks down and says, "You've had a rough night. Why don't I help you back into your hotel room?" Now, you don't, well, I tell you what, let's see. It's 11. Give me another percentile roll. 76. That
That'd
might
be a
have
74.
a 74. Sorry, 74. That might have actually gotten it. Yeah, no, going back in your hotel room is exactly what you should do. That's a good idea.
Very well. I'll take my own good idea and then proceed.
Okay. Oh, and I'll take that pistol from you now. You won't need that.
Nah, I don't need that at all. You know, as a
Well,
matter of fact, it was just for a little bit of protection, but I can see y'all as friendly.
no, you're still a little spooked. That way, he wasn't that convincing.
I'm tricking him.
Oh, okay. All right. So he indicates the room and turns around and is going. Bless you.
Thank you.
He and the woman are picking up Cletus's corpse and dragging it back towards the office. Meanwhile, back in the truck, you guys have been blasting down the road for a good stretch now. And just the chill night air blowing over you. I mean, it's you're still pretty freaked out, but you're clearly going somewhere. They turn up a couple of side roads and drive into the hills, and you realize at some point you may not even be on a road, you may be in a fire break. The truck is lurching and bouncing around. Kennick Carey finally, like, after some time, the hysterics leave her. Yeah, you're not. I mean, you are aware, but like only distantly, how you wound up in the truck.
So basically, I'm kind of in shock and numb. Got it.
Yeah, you're kind of in shock, but you're sort of coming out of it. Will, you're still you're still absolutely, just can't even, your mind cannot comprehend. You can't believe that you've seen this twice. But you guys pull up to what can only be described as a very rustic home up here. The man gets out of the truck and he looks over his shoulder and says, "My name is Bob Reif, by the way." And he goes inside. A man and a woman come out. Give me an idea roll, please, Carrie.
$59.
Did you make it?
Yes. My idea is 70.
Okay. Yeah, you recognize this woman from the film. From one of the films you saw.
Was she one of the subjects or one of the people filming?
She was one of the first subjects.
So, do I know what number she was in the film? Do I
She was the
recollect
first.
it?
She was the first person.
So I say, wait, you were the first person on the film.
Reif turns around and looks at you and says, "You saw those films?"
Yeah, we did.
Then y'all know what we got to do. Well,
We didn't.
y'all
we
best
didn't
get
watch
in here.
all of them. We didn't watch all of them. Just some of them.
You saw enough. Come on now. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. Give me a percentile dice roll there, if you would, please, Will.
Okay. $70.
70. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of people who've got to help you out. One dude is bleeding from a gunshot wound. There's people that have come out to help him. They're packing like gauze into the gunshot wound he got. And they take him inside. You vaguely feel like you're being picked up and carried. Let's see. Got to see what that temporary insanity, because that's going to be all night. Yeah. They basically they lie you down, and Bob and a couple of the other guys motion for you to get out of the truck there, Yang.
He will.
All right.
Did I notice if the driver took the keys?
You didn't know. You know what? Give me a spot hidden roll.
$50. So
No, I saw a 29.
Yeah,
well,
I saw
sorry. I mean
29
my
too.
Oh, you have
my
a
score is 50.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Then you click, pull the keys out, put them in his pocket. All right. They motion for you to go in the house. And you do notice that the house is completely shuttered. Like, you go into what you presume is a dark house, but there's like an ad hoc kind of foyer where there are no lights, and they close the door and then open it, and you are in a large kind of common area in the house. And there are a few people in the room. You recognize some of them from the film. Rife says, I got to get that slug. I got to get that slug out of Jimbo here. Your friend put in him. Someone comes out of the side room and says, Jimbo will be all right. We need to start with these folks.
Well, hang on now. Only one of us done got one of them bugs in him.
No, that's not how it is, son. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, it's ain't how it is.
We were away from the bugs when they came.
There's the woman is she had stepped in ahead of you and comes out of the kitchen, and she's holding basically 3 glasses. Why don't y'all relax? Yeah, I'll just have you some juice.
Carrie grabs a glass and downs it. She
Okay.
just wants it over.
All right.
Philip is going to pretend to take a sip.
Okay. And they are slowly pouring it down your throat. There will.
Yeah,
Just
they'll
dribbling it down.
they'll probably have to use 3 glasses since I'm not going to sit still. But yeah, I can't stop them.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Kenneth, give me a D100 roll.
15.
You like things start to go blurry, and the woman very gently kind of catches you and guides you onto a couch, and the last thing you hear is her voice kind of echoey saying, just relax, honey. It's just a little chloral hydrate. Just relax. It's all right. Yang, give me a percentage. Well, actually, yeah, go ahead and give me a percentage die roll. 45, because you've only been taking a few sips.
He was pretending to take sips.
Pretending to take sips. Okay. All right. So yeah, you're just doing the press the glass to my lips and tip it back.
Mm-hmm.
Not letting any go in. There's a couple of guys that pick Carrie up and take her through the door where this woman came out of. Are you doing anything while this is going on?
I mean, how many people are there in the room with us, not counting Will?
Not counting Will, there's the 4 guys, one of whom has been shot. There are a total of there's 8 people in here with you.
Ah, crap. You know what? Phil is he's gonna figure out whichever one seems like the leader, and he's gonna say, "Oh man, it's been giving me a lot of stress. Look, I really gotta drop a deuce. Can I use your toilet? You got an outhouse, whatever you got.
Give me.
I gotta go.
This is a fast talk roll for you. So what is your fast talk?
Fast talk is 40.
All right, give me a fast talk roll.
Nice.
Yes.
All right, 33. One of them, this guy Bob Rife, nods at a fellow, and He kind of stands at your elbow as you guys are going and say, "There's a Santa John outside. Come on."
All right, thanks.
All right, so you kind of go through the light lock, for lack of a better term, and the guy says very quietly to you, "Just keep your hand on the rope. It'll guide you over. I'm not going to go in there with you."
Oh, thank God.
He is walking a couple of paces behind you, and your eyes kind of adjust to the almost non-existent light. And yeah, there's a little rope there.
All right. Sorry, are we inside or outside?
You guys are outside at this point.
Outside. Okay.
Yeah, you're standing on the front porch of this little ramshackle house up in the hills somewhere.
Can I see where the truck is from here?
Well, you can't see it, but you feel like it is off to your left somewhere. You're going right.
All right. Well, when we get a little further, when we get close to the door of the outhouse,
Mm-hmm.
Philip is gonna turn around and say to the guy, "Hey, y'all got some paper in there?"
Yeah, we do.
All right. How far away is he now?
He is like right behind you.
All right, I'll stab him.
Okay. You turn around and bring up the knife. His dex is higher than yours. You're swinging on him. He is swinging on you with his fist when he sees you rear back with that knife. And he is also yelling while he's doing it. 66. Same. I don't think that's going to hit you. I'm going to double check. Oh, it came close. Yeah. that came close. All right, make your swing on him. All right. You miss him. Inside the house. Well, they're currently they've given up trying to give you juice. Someone is leaning over you with a syringe, so give me a percentile dice roll.
What? There's somebody else here?
No. I'm sorry. Back in the house.
For Will?
Yeah, for Will.
Okay. Uh,
78. Okay. So you're still kind of thrashing around. We're going to call this Dex versus Strength. Your resistance, let's see, 78. Yeah, you're pushing back on it. They had picked up Carrie and taken her into the kitchen. Carrie, you are not aware of this. Kind of the last thing you feel before you completely slip out is is the pressure of being gently laid down on your chest and something stinging the back of your head, just very faintly, like, when you get an inoculation.
Nice.
And then it just kind of goes numb and dark. And now we're going to make an important roll. A very, very important roll. Okay.
I thought that was 73. I have 13. It's 73.
Yeah, I thought it was 13 also. Okay. Back in the living room. Will, through your haze of paranoia, which all you're able to do is just struggle because, again, you're in hysterics. You hear the sound of an electric drill.
Oh, and near me or somewhere?
No.
nearby?
Just
Okay, yeah.
somewhere
In another room in the.
in another room.
Okay.
Give me a listen roll out there, Yang. And is that sufficient?
Yes, my listen is 55.
You hear the sound of an electric drill just very faintly.
That motivates me to stab harder.
That motivates you to stab harder. Okay. He winds up and tries to plant a haymaker on you. His dex is higher than yours, you see. And he will connect with that and do 3 points of damage. You had taken 2 points before.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Down to 6.
Down to 6. You're woozy and groggy. You may swing on him. 54 will not connect.
Oh.
All right. He says, no, don't fight. This is for your own good. But he just misses you.
All right. Oh.
All right. You guys are in the dark, thrashing around at each other.
Philip's going to die in an outhouse.
He misses you in front of an outhouse. He misses you with another punch. Go ahead and...
oh, finally.
You connect with a stab, and that knife is going to do... let's see. A knife. I think you're going to do a D4. So now we need to check and see if you actually did impale with him. This is going to go under butcher knife. Ooh, no, that's going to be a D6.
Yes.
All right, so the impale. Lower than 1/5 a chance required to hit. So no, that did not. So roll your D6.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You get him in the torso, and he screams in pain, and he tries to clock you again. Oh yeah, he's flailing his arms as he pulls back off of the blade. You gonna try and stab him again?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
That is an impale. So you have impaled him. That means your knife has struck a vital area. Let's see. So it is stuck in him, but roll your damage. The knife is stuck in him, so.
Damn.
It is stuck in his chest between his ribs, for you have slammed it into his heart. He just looks at you, horror on his face, and says, Mr. You don't. Give me a sand roll.
All right. Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh man.
If you were really Ted Turner, you would have made that.
At this time in history, Ted Turner. No, I'm not going to say something that would get me in a lot of trouble with YouTube, unless people just want to super chat hundreds of dollars for my legal defense. Yeah, he like bloody froth gurgling out of his mouth as he falls to the ground. You take a point of sand.
All right.
Damage.
I'm going to stuff his body in the outhouse.
All right.
You gave him the fate you didn't want.
As you are dragging him up, you hear, "Hey, you! What the hell?" And turn around. Your knife is still jammed in this guy's chest. It's dark, so I'm gonna make a roll for these guys. 68. What's going on out here? And 18, the other one says, he's got Joe. What are you doing? They will be on you in this round. Your knife is shoved in his chest. You are pushing him up on the seat in the outhouse. There's paper. It's very nice. It's Sherman. It's on a little brass hanger. And this is a Santa John, not an outhouse. It actually flushes the whole 9 yards.
It's quilted.
Man, I need that knife to start
right.
the car too. So I guess I'm gonna have to try to retrieve the knife.
Give me let's see. All right. Impale. The impale. All right. Okay, give me a D100 roll since you're right there. Okay, that is, what is your normal oh no, yeah.
That's not right.
You're tugging on this as they're running up. These are the two guys with the clubs. The first one misses. And so does the second one. They're kind of stumbling around in the dark. Kevin, give me a percentage dice roll.
All right. $25.
Yeah, somewhere in your dim consciousness, you feel the sting of that needle. And then things just kind of go dark.
All right.
Meanwhile, outside, Yang, what do you want to do? You're still desperately trying to rip the knife out of this fellow, and then these two are right on top of you. What do you wish to do?
Can I run away?
I mean, they're right there, but yeah, you can definitely turn and run. Which direction do you wish to go? Just away.
In the direction I believe the truck to be.
That's going to take you right past them. They're both going to try and grapple you when you do that.
Then can I go the other way?
The
Some
other
way
is,
in the woods.
Yeah, you can absolutely take off.
Nothing ever happened bad that when you run into the woods at night.
Okay. You are cracked in the back of the head with a club. And you take a couple of points of damage. How many hit points had you lost?
Total. So that was another 4?
That was another 2.
Another 2. Okay, so I have lost 7. I'm down to 4.
You've lost 7. Yeah, you're panting and staggering, and they are hot on your heels as you run through the hills. Run for your life.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, you're somewhere in the woods of Alabama. And these guys are trying to grapple you. The first guy misses. The second guy misses. Meanwhile, back in the house, not that you're aware of it there, Will, but they have prepared you as best they can. All right. So I will come back to you, Kevin.
All right, no worries.
So Yang, you're moving, they're moving. You don't really have a knowledge of this place, so you come to kind of a rocky outcrop. Give me a climb roll. Oh yeah,
I got a
you make it.
55 climb.
Oh, you have a 55 climb. Okay, yeah. So you start to pull yourself up over a nearly vertical tumble of boulders. And these guys are trying to get to you. All right, one guy is, and the other one is not. So one guy is climbing up behind you. The fellow on the ground says, "I'll go back and get help." And the fellow that's climbing up after you is panting, saying, "Damn it, come back here."
Can I throw a rock down on that guy?
Give me a luck roll. There are no stones. There are no loose stones on this rock face that you're climbing up. But you are well in advance of him. So in the next round, basically, you'll have pulled yourself up. We're going to fade away from your scene right now. We're going to cut away. And because I'm guessing you're running, right?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Before we fade away, you see glowing, like strobing off and on slowly, the lights of a TV antenna above and ahead of you. Could be a pretty good distance away, but that is all you see for a landmark. Are you going to go in that direction, or?
No.
Okay.
I think I will go in the other direction because I did not like the transmitter place.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we'll come back to you. Okay, back at the motel. If you're still awake, Dooms. Back at the motel. Yeah, you have been through some truly disturbing stuff, and you're pretty sure there is something awful inside of you right now, because you keep seeing these strobes of images of aliens engaging in activities that this thing kind of whispers to and explains to you. Give me, let's see. That's part of my problem. My character sheets were out of order. All right. Give me a percentile roll if you would, Dooms. Doomsword, are you still with us, bud?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes,
All right.
yes. Working on it. I had it, and then the DDI browser popped out
Oh,
of
no.
the other browser. Yeah, percentile.
Yes.
That'd be 49.
49. Your educated mind is open and accepting to these ideas. You're not so much horrified as you are intrigued. And you begin to wonder how such experiences might be combined for a human analog of those sensations. So you kind of listen to that intrusive voice a little bit. It's maybe this thing isn't some horrible parasite from the darkness between the stars. Maybe it's showing you things of great wisdom. You ponder this, you consider this as you lie there. You're not under its control, but it's just showing you ideas that seem to be increasingly intriguing. Okay. Yang, give me a luck roll. 47. And does that make?
Yes, my luck is 60.
Okay. All right. At some point in the night, you manage to lose this fellow. You are walking increasingly downhill since you crested on that cliff face of rocks. And by cliff face, I want to be 100% clear. It was like 15 feet. It was not like, you didn't abseil up Stone Mountain or something like that. It was just climbing over. And now you're sort of climbing in a downward direction. Give me a spot check, please.
Spot hidden? Or is there a different spot?
Well, no, there's just a spot hidden.
Well, that did not make it.
That did not make it. Okay, give me what direction are you trying to go? Let me ask you that.
I want to try to double back, like sort of go around a little bit and then try to see if I can figure out where that cabin is, because I need that truck to get the heck out of here.
Okay. Well, you've been going for a good bit. Give me a navigate roll. Which I don't think Phil has the base for navigate, which is 10%.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely sure that like it's that line of trees is almost in a perfect line, so that should lead you exactly back to that creepy 1970. So people under not people under the stairs, that creepy last house on the left cabin.
The Book for Deliverance came out in 1970.
Oh, there you go. So you begin walking and walking and walking, and you go for a while, and you go for a while longer, and you go for a while longer. You're pretty sure even running, you didn't come this far. You gonna give me another navigate roll or try something else?
Let me see. Well, I don't think credit rating is going to help, so I will try that navigate again.
Hey, tree, yo, tree. Oh, yeah. Okay, so it has to be on your left because you just did 180 and you've walked and you haven't found it. So just turn left. Just turn to your left and keep going. So you go that way and you're walking and give me a luck roll.
Nope.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Okay.
Alrighty. And what is your dexterity?
10.
Well, Philip, I am sorry, but it is of some small comfort that sometime around the year 1980, your bones will be found by backpackers. And the sudden stop after you stepped into a gully whose bottom was at least 30 feet below you in solid rock, you didn't really feel any pain when you landed. So,
Okay.
my apologies. Meanwhile, the next morning, Will, you wake up, and the next morning, well, you presume it's the next. You wake up after quite some time. There is a horrible pain in the back of your head. But your thoughts are crystal clear. You are lying face down on a fold out couch sort of affair. You hear someone speaking softly to you and say, "How do you feel, hon?" It's a woman's voice.
I'll see if I can find her. If I can't find her, I'll say, I have a massive pain in my head.
I know you do. I know you do, and it's gonna hurt for a while. But I want you to see this now. She don't turn your head. I'll bring it around to you. About 4 or 5 feet away, she's holding a mason jar. It's filled with kind of an orangish fluid. Floating in the fluid, half dissolved, is one of the bug-like things.
I recognize that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says, "We got it out of you. You're gonna be okay, and they can't get you again.
Oh, it can't.
You've got the third eye, sweetie."
Oh. I feel on my forehead.
There's nothing on your forehead.
Okay. I make sure she realizes I'm feeling on my forehead. I don't know
Yeah,
what she
says, she tells you, no, the procedure, we thought it was the forehead. We made some mistakes. It's easier to go in through the back of the skull. You see, it's give me a sand roll.
Nice. Okay. 88. Do I get
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, she basically just told you that they trepanned you. Granted, they got that thing out of your skull.
Right.
But in this kind of rustic cabin, using who knows what.
Well, a drill, because I heard it.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a point of sand off there.
Okay. Where's my friends? I can't even remember what happened to Pete. But yeah,
Well,
you know where they went?
Well, one of your friends, he killed someone, and then he run off in the woods last night, and we ain't seen him since. Now, when I was a nurse at the Baptist Hospital in Atlanta, well, they used to have a pastor come in and help folk with bad news. Bob is busy right now, so it's up to me. Your other friend, your lady friend, now, honey, she's still alive, but she she's not okay.
Not okay ever again? Not okay right now? What do you mean?
Probably not ever again, honey.
Well, why did you guys why did you did this same procedure on her?
Yes, everyone has to have the procedure done. It protects you from these. And she points at the jar again. Once
Oh.
the cuts are made, they can't get back in. They can't get in at all. We'll take care of your friend as best we can. But Bob told me you have another friend back at the hotel, and if we can help him, we will.
Okay. I assume that's Pete. So Phil's the one that ran in the woods?
Was that his
Eh,
name?
Yeah, that's his name.
All right. Well, hopefully he'll come to his senses. He went back down to town to the hotel to meet your other friend, because there ain't nothing but woods between here and Atlanta. No, I'm sorry, not. She doesn't say here in Atlanta. Ain't nothing but woods between here and Talladega, here in Anniston. He could walk all the way to Gadsden and not even know it till he got there. Of course, he'd be starved half to death, dehydrated.
Yeah, are you sending people out to find him? I'll see if I can sit up. Can I sit up, or am I too messed up?
You are woozy and dizzy, and she says, now, take it easy. Take it easy. And she helps you sit up. She goes, you got a big bandage back there, and we're going to have to keep changing it. Make sure you don't get infection. I know it don't look like much around here, but we do try and take care of folks.
But Carrie's
So-
not okay. Can she talk? Can I see her?
You can come see her, honey. Let me help you stand up.
Okay, I'll try to stand up.
All
I'll
right.
do it slow.
Okay. There is a third room in this little almost cabin, like I said, rustic little house. There are a few beds and a few people sitting in them, sitting up in them. And Carrie is sitting there. Her eyes are glazed over. She is non-responsive.
I'll say her name. I'll say, Carrie, it's Will. And I'll try to wave my hand in front of her face.
Yeah, the lady says, she can't hear now, honey.
And this is better than the bug?
You don't know what they make you do. Or you had one in your head. Maybe you do.
I just don't understand. I'll try to feel the back of my head as it's bandaged, right? So I can't feel through it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sit down for a minute. Is there a chair open here I can sit in?
Yeah, there's a stool in the room.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit down and gonna mourn my friend.
Okay. Meanwhile, back in town, you wake up after a restful period, Pete. You're not at all sure about your situation. That voice has stopped. You have seen some truly horrible stuff, some images it showed you. Yeah, things are not okay.
Holy hell, man. I think you might have saved me. Where'd you guys come from, anyways?
There's nobody in the hotel room with you.
Oh man!
Uh,
I'll
you're
rise
f-
to my feet.
I'm sorry. Do what?
I'll rise to my feet.
Okay. Um, there's there's none of your belongings are in the room. There's you know, nothing to see
So,
here.
right. So Cletus and the rest are gone.
Yeah, you don't see anyone in the room with you. And it is morning. Sun is coming through the window.
Certainly, I'll make my way out. Carefully. When I get to the door, I'll twist the door handle to the clockwise and
Uh-huh.
push it open slightly and look out
Doesn't
in the
budge.
crack.
Door doesn't
Really?
open, really.
So it feels locked.
Yeah.
All right. I'll examine the room.
Well, I mean, it's the room you were in last night.
I specifically want to look for like cameras or anything along the walls that might have changed.
No, you don't see anything. The nightstand that got knocked over when those guys rushed into the room is still lying on the floor.
Right. Does it have a window?
There is a narrow window in the bathroom.
Right. Like one of them short windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll pound on the door.
Okay. A few minutes pass, and you hear a woman's voice muffled through the door. Well, good morning, sunshine.
Hey! I'm trapped. Open the door, man.
No. Calm down. Settle down. You're not trapped.
No. Man, I'm trapped.
You're not trapped. I'm going to bring you some breakfast. You just settle down. You got a big day in front of you.
All right, man.
It's church tonight. You're going to come to church.
All right, man. I've been trying to go to church for a long time, man. I'm going to sit on the bed.
All right. So some time passes, and you hear a click, like locks, tumbler, click at the front door, and you can see like the night latch clicks open.
Whoa.
Door opens about that
on,
much.
man?
You see a pleasant middle-aged woman smiling, and she hands a brown paper sack just through the amount of space, and you can see there's like a chain on the door on the outside, and she hands you through, and then hands you a can of Coca-Cola.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome, honey. Click.
Yeah.
Clank.
Pete drinks that Coca-Cola.
All right. So
what's going on?
In the do you open the sack lunch?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's like 6 pieces of cinnamon and sugar buttered toast, still hot or warm anyway.
What's under it? I'm gonna
It's
grab all
just
that stuff out of the sack and just
it
kind
there.
of dump it.
Okay, there's just 6 pieces of buttered cinnamon and sugar toast and a Coca-Cola.
I don't suspect that I'm so hungry, so I'll just leave that set.
Actually, you're kind of famished.
Very well. Yeah. Well,
And I'm
I
not going to
suppose
make
I'll
I'm
eat
not going
one.
to like make you make a resist roll or something
Sure.
like that. Just you are hungry and it smells good. But
Yeah.
what
Yeah. Well, it's quite clear that I would take a bite at that point.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's cinnamon and sugar toast. It's good.
Very well. I'll eat a couple of slices.
Okay. Yeah, you feel a little jittery, a little, with all that
Sure.
sugar, but you kind of settle down at least a little bit. So what next?
Uh, I'm gonna look around me.
It's
Um,
still the hotel room.
right, and I've got an exit to the right.
I mean, you have the bathroom with a window, and then you have the door on the left. Now, there are curtained over windows. It's not like you can't. It's not like you couldn't move the curtains and see outside.
Yeah, I'll do that first. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll swing a curtain out of the way and look out the
Um.
window.
All right. Glancing outside. Give me a luck roll.
Very well. That would be a 63. That's a failure.
Okay. Walking by on the road, his eye is obviously caught by the motion in the motor lodge parking lot there. You see Cletus. He's dressed in his white San-An employee jumpsuit and his ball cap, and he smiles and waves.
Hey.
And then he are you trying to attract his attention?
Well, just kind of waving at him.
Okay,
Not
all right.
necessarily beckoning him forward, but
All right. He
Hey. Yeah, man.
waves and keeps on going. So back at the cabin. What are you doing while you're there?
I guess I'll after saying my piece, and I'm going to walk back into the room that I woke up in and ask if again if they sent somebody out to go and find Phil, or when they were supposed to go and try to pick Pete up.
Okay. They're going to send a couple of guys to try and find Will, but they want you to come and try and talk some sense into Pete.
Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll do what I can. He's a close friend of mine. I'd prefer to, now that I know what the situation is. Although I got to tell you, again, I didn't see. I don't think he got affected by the bugs. And maybe I was wrong. I was out for a while.
Okay. Alrighty. So, you, my friend, when they give you like a flannel jacket, a very loose fitting stocking cap to wear, because it is February.
Okay.
It's a much longer drive down than Well, you were hysterical last night, so you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so it takes you a while to get out to the paved road. Interestingly, just a few minutes into your journey on the right, you guys pass the church. They pull off on the side of the road, and it's Bob is driving, and he says, "All right, now listen to me, son. We go into that town looking for your friend. And they're going to be honest like flies on shit."
Who's gonna be honest? Those wailing banshees I saw? Is that what you're talking about?
The things, boy.
Oh, but I thought it was safe. Am I not safe?
Well, they can still get you. They got a stinger that feels like a million wasps stabbing you at once.
Oh,
They can get in your head. They can damn sure make you wish that you hadn't messed with them.
oh,
Plus,
okay.
the folks that they're in and have decided to agree with them, they can be mighty tough too. We're trying not to hurt anybody. We're trying to get as many people cured as we can. You see, son, it's like this. There was a storm a month ago. Lightning hit the transmitter up on top of CTHULHU. Started a fire. They called out the volunteer fire brigade, and I was part of it. And that's when I saw him. I saw him come down out of the sky. Fallen angels, son. Do you understand what I'm saying? Messengers from Satan himself in the form of a plague of insects. And I saw good men driven mad when they were possessed by the demons. Well, old Mary Jo, she had worked at the hospital when I told him what was going on. She came up with a solution. Cut the cancer out of their heads as best we can.
Well, it seemed to work, at least for me. Not so well for my friend Carrie. But
Well, it's
I can tell you that I saw some pretty dark images.
Yes, sir. They show you visions of hell, don't they?
Yeah, it was hell or something very much like it.
Well, that's how Satan tempts you. Well, we're going to pray now, son. We're going to pray and we're going to wait.
What are we waiting for?
We're waiting for Doc. But we can't wait too late after Doc. That's when they have the power. God, he's the master of the day and the night. But Lucifer, he comes in the dark. He comes in the shadows. And that's when he strikes.
Oh, okay. I've heard this. Seems like things have gone a little awry in this place, and I don't know. Maybe you guys are their deliverers, but it's quite a unfriendly expectation from the rest of us here that came in from out of town.
Well, if I could have warned you folks off, I would have. The last person we had in town, well, that was Mr. Thompson. He was the grocery man. And he broke under the strain, I believe. And, well, I just hope the good Lord will forgive him.
I was there when that happened. I assumed the worst, but I didn't want to go back in there and find out.
Oh, Lord. If one of them things got to him, he might have done the only thing he could. We'll pray for his soul together. So basically, he spends the next few hours, like he's got a Bible in his glove box, reading some very apocalyptic passages out of there. I don't know if your character is a believer or if that's something that would comfort you or what, but
given my history, I think I'm going to be a doubter, but not a unbeliever, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
I'll listen. They did save me, or at least I feel they did.
A bit like Ernie Hudson in Ghostbusters.
Yeah, there you go.
You've seen
Good.
shit that would scare people white. Okay. So he pulls the truck up off the road into a convenient path. Give me a luck roll.
All right. I'm going to refresh this because it didn't come up right away. There we go. 19.
Okay. Nothing locates you guys.
Oh, nice.
He checks his watch as the sun begins to dip down behind the mountains and says, "All right, it's dark enough. I think we could maybe get over there. Are you ready to do battle with evil, son?"
I am. You guys, you brought my shotgun, didn't you? I still have 8 rounds left, or 8 shells here in my pocket. I failed to see if I still have in my pocket if they took them.
No, you do not have the shells. He reaches under the seat and hands you a revolver.
Okay.
He takes out a revolver and hands it to you. He doesn't reach under the seat. His hand snakes around with a revolver in it. He reaches under the seat and takes out a revolver. And
I'll grab it and I'll say, I'm not real great with these, but I know how to use it.
All right. Don't be fanning it around and try not to shoot your friend.
Oh, I'm not going to shoot my friend. I'm a little better now. I was a little bit scary yesterday. All that weird stuff going on.
All right. You drive into the middle of the town of Delta. He stops before you get to the San Ann and says, "We walk from here, son." So over the ensuing hours, Dooms, is there anything you wish to do? You have an entire afternoon and evening, but you can.
Yeah, not particularly. The guys that shuffled me into the room, they're like gone.
Oh yeah, no, there's nobody here now.
Right. I think what I might do is make my way out the door and kind of walk around and get a view of the perimeter.
Door is still chained shut.
Right. I can't get out.
No. Although around 4 o'clock, you think, she brought you supper, which was white bread with jelly, like apple jelly on it, not toasted, and another Coke.
Yeah, I think, and we got a solid ceiling here.
Roll percentage dice.
Yes, sir.
22. It is a drop ceiling.
It's the drop ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the I'm gonna get close to the AC register that comes out of it.
All right.
And try to maybe take one of the chairs from the little desk, assuming they have one.
Yeah, not a problem.
And, and pull myself up around the AC register, and try to crawl along that way.
Okay, it is a I mean, it is an aluminum and wire style drop ceiling, but there are there are beams holding it up. It strikes you that the drop ceiling maybe was a quote unquote modern addition, because there's 2 feet above that is a plaster ceiling. It's very dusty in here.
Right on. I'll do my best to make my way at least out of here, toward the outer firewall or whatever there might be.
All right. So you are pulling yourself along, and yeah, there's an air conditioning duct that you give me an idea roll.
Very well.
214 people watching. Thank you all so much for tuning in.
Here we go.
If you haven't
I
already,
think
please.
I need a 55 or lower.
All right.
Sorry. Miss.
Yeah, you're not 100% sure which way. I mean, it's not a huge room, but like you're not sure like should you push the duct out or what. But you can let me see. I tell you what, give me a D20 roll. Jerry
Yes,
Thompson over on Twitter says, roll for the duck. It's sort of all right.
13.
What is your strength?
Uh,
I've got it here. Oh, you got a 16.
16.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So you shove the duct as hard as you can. And there's kind of a grating sound, and you kind of blink. You can see there's a space maybe about 10 inches high by 24 inches wide that the duct connects to from outside, from the AC unit outside.
Yeah, I'm going to certainly try to squeeze through and
Okay.
get out of here. This being the only exit, of course.
Alrighty. Roll. Let's see. I think we'll just make it a luck roll. No, Jerry, it's a great duck. I'm saying it's a great duck. And again, guys, if you haven't already, that's okay. Please click the like button. Give this video a thumbs up if you like it.
All right, so I got a 55 that I need to make, and I'm staged.
33. Okay, yeah. You shimmy out, and you are in the back. There's about 20 feet and a tree line, and it is late in the afternoon.
All right, which way is the yeah, well, let me say this. I would like to go in the direction that the opposite the direction that the sun is setting, and get the hell out of here.
Okay, so you're going left.
Yes, sir.
You are going left. All right. It is late afternoon. You go left. There is a road to your left. You walk a couple of miles. Sun is setting behind you. You're going east. Are you keeping the road on your left, or are you just wandering through the woods?
I'm gonna wander right along the edge of the road.
Okay. All right.
Inconspicuously, hopefully, and pick up a hitch if I can or something.
Okay. Give me a luck roll.
Needed a 55, got a 32.
Okay, you duck. You hear a car coming. You have
definitely hide.
Okay, so you throw yourself down in a culvert and give me a hide roll. Now I know you don't have a lot, but you did hear the car coming first.
Right, so hide 10%, what everybody has.
Right.
Come on.
Okay.
Ooh, no.
The car slows down. You're hunkered down, and there's a couple of voices calling out, Pete, Mr. Wilson. No, you're out here somewhere. You a little scared? We'll take you back to your hotel room now. I know y'all just wanted to stretch your legs. Could have sworn we seen you. There's footsteps approaching the culvert you're in, and they stop. You see a flashlight click on and pan back and forth across where you're hidden. You don't know if he sees you or not. What are you doing?
Staying put.
All right. All right. All right. Come on, Terrence. I haven't seen the outsider, but as soon as our fellow awake, he'll tell us where he's at. You hear car doors shut, and the car drives away. Meanwhile, back at town, you guys see, as you are waiting, a couple of car loads of people pass you by heading into town. This is the most people in cars you've seen traffic-wise heading into town so far. So what do you want to do? Will?
Oh, it's Will. Okay, just want to
Yeah.
make sure. So I'm in town then at this point.
Yeah, you are close to the edge of town, and
Okay.
Bob Reif is with you there too. He quite literally has a Bible in one hand and a gun in the other.
All right, I'll say, how are we gonna do this, Bob? Are we just drive in and rush the place, or?
We're gonna pull up there, make sure we're gonna give them cars time to go wherever they're going, and then we're gonna pull over to the hotel as quick as we can. We're gonna get you a friend out.
How late is it?
It is now, the sun is down behind the mountains. There's a thin blue orange. It would be lovely if it wasn't for the fact that you're facing cosmic horrors, sunset glow, but it is effectively like it's twilight, right?
Okay.
There's a little bit faint light in the sky, but it is dark on the ground.
I'll ask Bill. Say, hey, are those churchgoers? They were telling us that we were supposed to meet them at church, and I think today's the day.
That church
Tonight?
They follow the agents of Lucifer that came down out of the sky. That church has turned against God. It is no longer sanctified. They might be headed there, but they're not worshiping the Lord.
But that's who these people are? What's with the busy? We notice this place is kind of sleepy usually, at least for the last couple days it's been. Now there's all these cars on the road.
Well, they go up there to commit a blasphemous acts in what used to be a good church.
Well, I'm not looking forward to meet those people on the other side. Well, yeah, I'm ready. I'll check the revolver and see if it's loaded properly, and
Oh yeah.
I'll set it. Set it on the top on the empty chamber just to make sure I don't accidentally shoot something.
Okay. Bob pulls into town, which only into the crossroads where the motel is. He drives into the parking lot, pulls as close like your car is still sitting there. He pulls up next to actually he doesn't pull into a spot next to it. He kind of crosses the T. So basically if he floors it, he's going to be back out on the road immediately.
Okay.
The room where you guys were all staying, there's a chain across it. Like it's been bolted. There's a chain been bolted to the wall, and a couple are bolted like to the you're not going to be able to open it.
I'll point that out. I said that wasn't there before. They had a lock on the inside, not on the outside.
Well, your friend might be in there. Break the damn window out. I don't think it matters at this point.
All right, so I'll head up to the window and I'll grab the gun by the barrel and strike the window pane with the butt.
It's fairly durable glass, so you're having to bash on it. And you hear a cry of surprise from your right. And there's
Is that where Bill was previously?
No, Bill is right behind you.
Oh, okay. All right.
So basically, you're looking at the window. The car is just to the left, like right in front of the door.
Right.
And he is parked perpendicular to your car. So he's facing away. You hear this cry to the right, and this woman opens her mouth and screams at the top of her lungs.
Here we go again. Yeah, I'm gonna quiet her down the easy way.
All right. Go ahead and roll your make quiet roll, please.
Okay. Yeah.
Administer some quiet pills.
It's 45. My pistol is not good. Handgun's 20%. So.
Okay, your gun goes off, and Bob Reif presumably sees this, and he too decides to take a shot. Bob is way better with a pistol than you are.
I would hope so.
That's not an impale, and it kind of wings her in the arm. She staggers back, blood spraying, and is screaming at just that atonal scream at the top of her lungs. Dooms, as you have been walking along the road at some distance behind you, actually give me a listen roll for Pete.
Alrighty. $24, 25 was what I needed.
Yeah, there's somewhere in the distance behind you, you hear a gunshot. Actually, you hear a couple. Pow, pow.
Behind
they
me.
Are. Yes.
Yeah.
Way behind you. Way behind you.
I suppose I'll take off in that direction.
All right, so you turn 180 and start running back in that direction.
Yes, sir.
Two of the things fly around the corner of the building. No, I'm sorry, I misread that. One of the things flies around the corner of the building.
And now, are they towards the lady, or they're on the other side?
They're not moving towards her. They're moving towards you.
Right, but I mean, did they come around the building opposite where she came from, or
no, right where she came from.
All right. I'm gonna shoot that thing.
Okay, it is going to move first because it's that fast, so it zips towards you, but you can shoot it because that's what it spends its round doing.
Okay. 26. I only missed by 6%.
Okay. Yeah, it kind of dodges. Bob sees it. He fires, and he misses also. So I know what it's going to attempt to do in the next round. You can now see people there's like 4 people coming from somewhere across the street. Your erstwhile rescuer says, "We ain't got time for this. If your friend ain't coming out, he's lost."
I haven't heard anybody in the building.
No.
All right.
All right, so this thing is going to make its attack first. And it lashes this stinger at you, and you duck. Are you going to shoot at it, or are you going to dive in the truck?
I'm going to get in the truck right now.
All right, so you're jumping in the truck. Bob is shooting and driving. Neither one particularly. Wow. Okay. Bob shoots it, and it boom, it literally bursts. The woman who's holding her arm, watching this, like screams in rage when that happens. Now let's make a driving roll for him. That is less good. You're like pulling the door open. He stomps on the gas and give me a, let's see. Do you have dodge? Well, everybody has dodge.
Yeah, it's 28.
28. Give me a dodge roll.
Yeah. Oh, wait, that's an 8. Sorry, let me re-roll that. There we go. 33.
Okay.
So I dodged getting in the car.
You don't dodge getting in the car. You grab onto the door. Bob hits your car in the parking lot as you're climbing in. You take a couple of points of damage.
Okay.
As you are kind of caught between the car and the car door. All right. Wow.
1%.
Wow. Okay. The crack, the smashing of glass, and Bob's yell of pain are almost simultaneously. Someone has shot Bob. There is a spray of blood. He's like holding onto the steering wheel, but gripping his shoulder. He has taken well, let's see. The impale will do. Let's see. More damage is done. Roll normal damage and then roll it again.
It's nice knowing you, Bob.
Yeah. Bob looks pale, but he's barely conscious. He's hanging on, and he's trying. He's like trying to hold the car steady.
Did we get by the car? Did we like a glancing blow?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
It was like a glancing blow. Give me an idea roll.
All right. I'm going to tell him to hit the gas and I'll try to steer, but 51. So that I got a 75 idea. So
yeah, you laugh hysterically when you think about how mad Ted's going to be about the damage to the car. So he just floors the gas and is just trying to keep the car steady. You guys are just blasting up this country road, and you look over. There's Pete.
I was like, stop, Bob. There's Pete right there.
All right. Okay. He slams on the brakes and does not do anything terrible. The car kind of fishtails. Here's the mysterious pickup truck from the previous night. Pete.
I'll stick my head out the window and say, Pete, they helped me. They got that goddamn bug out of my head.
Oh, man, I didn't think he was coming around again.
Yeah, I don't know what
What's
happened to
going
Phil
on,
and Carrie's a mess, but you should come with us if you can, and I'll
yeah, man, I'm out of here, man.
I'll open the door and scoot over to the middle.
Okay.
Hopefully this isn't 3 speed on the floor.
Well, I mean, it's an old Ford farm truck. It's a slant 6. What are you gonna do?
Okay. I just the first
All right.
gear is way, way, way down, if you know what I mean. So
I know
nothing
exactly.
to do with that.
30 minutes later, when you hit about 40.
Yeah. It's a daily 44 end in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, you guys pile in, and he is turning the car around and heading back.
I say, Bob, are you going to be able to drive, or do I need a?
God willing, I'll do my best. God willing.
Okay. Where are we going, Bob? Back to the cabin?
Gotta get back to the cabin. Gotta get this slug out of my arm and get that bug out of your friend.
All right. I'll try to hold his arm as much as I can without interfering with steering. Just keep him from bleeding out.
You crest the hill and head back as you are driving back towards Delta. There is a tow truck parked in the middle of the road, and you can see people just beyond it waiting.
Is it the tow truck Cletus used to bring our car back?
It is the tow truck Cletus used to bring our car
that's
back.
Cletus's tow truck. We want no part of that. How are we going to get around that, Bob?
I don't know that we can.
Is there another way, or do we just have to try to buzz by it on the shoulder? Is there enough space on the shoulder?
I don't know. I'll try. If you boys are praying types, pray. All right.
I'll tell you this. When we're driving by, he wants us to save these people. I was going to open the door, but okay. We probably should. Well, I'm in the center anyway. I can't open the door.
Center. That'd be a neat trick. So he is stomping on the gas. You're accelerating. You're watching the tack and the speedo, not quickly, but move up. He's going to have to make a spectacular driving roll here. This could be it, folks. No fudging. It all hinges on this roll.
Save or die.
Essentially.
Brilliant.
All right. He makes his driving roll and gets around them. There is a fusillade of gunshots directed at him.
He has plot armor, though, right?
We're about to find out how good it is. Oof.
Ouch.
All right, I'm gonna. Well, it says 4. Okay, he is struck by a couple more slugs. Blood sprays in the cabin.
Are we past them, or is it on the way to them?
That was as you guys drove around them when it was clear you weren't going to stop. He slumps over the wheel. Do you have driving?
I do. Driving from not driver's seat might be difficult, but yeah, I have. What is it? Drive auto 20%.
Okay.
I'm not good at it.
Yeah. Give me a roll.
All right. Where is the die roller? There it is. It's not rolling 8-sided this time. 82. I don't think that's going to do it.
That's not
kind of the opposite of what I need.
You reach over to try and grab it. His weight causes the wheel to lock. The car flips, or the truck flips and rolls, because it was going rather fast. Both of you guys give me luck rolls.
I'm all out of luck.
You are ejected from the vehicle.
That might be the safest place to be.
The other one would be me.
All right. You are not
18.
ejected from the vehicle. You hold on to that A pillar and watch when it takes that first roll and the windshield is blasted out. you see Will I'm sorry, yeah, Will gets ejected. Will, you take 5 points of damage as you bounce off the ground.
All right, that's 7 now total. I'm at 5.
You're at
No,
5.
I'm sorry. No, I'm at 2. That's my magic points I was taking it from.
Yeah, you not your magic points. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Give me another luck roll for Dooms. Okay, the truck
13.
does not erupt into cinematic flames, and it is upright. You do take some damage though. You were rattled around in there, but only a point.
Perfect.
The vehicle is absolutely not operational. It's kind of lying half on the shoulder, half not. And you can see a group of 4 or 5 people are running up the road towards you. You see this also there. Will.
All right.
Well, it's been a long time, man. What do we do?
Can I run, or am I too messed up to run?
No, I mean there's no like quote unquote serious injury system.
Okay.
In call, it's like AD&D. 1 hit point is enough.
All right. I'm gonna get up.
Okay.
After being thrown down, and I'm gonna run up to Pete and say, "Well, I don't have enough bullets to take care of this, and even if I did, I'm not very good with this thing." Does Pete doesn't have a pistol?
No, he does not. Give me
All right.
give me a spot hidden roll, either of you.
All right.
I mean, I guess I'll roll it. Whatever.
Yeah.
50.
50.
I know Bill or Bob had a pistol.
I've got a 45.
Yeah, there's like a tire iron in the truck.
Did Bob stay in the truck?
Oh, you know what? That's a fine question. No, 74. No, Bob's body was ejected. So even if he had survived the gunshots, he would not have survived the impact with the pavement.
Okay, I will. I'm going to hand the pistol to Pete because he's going to be better with it than I am.
Okay.
I'm going to say Bob had a pistol too, but I have no idea where the hell he's at. We don't have time to search for him. Are we going to run? Can we outrun these things?
These guys,
I don't know.
These people are about 20 feet away at this point.
Oh, well, then.
Yeah.
Haul ass, man. Grab that tire iron.
I'll grab the tire iron and we'll go. And then when they catch up, then it's time for fisticuffs, I guess. Or fist tire. Fist iron.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are going as quick as you can. They are hot on your heels. Are you guys just going to run up the road?
I mean, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they're right behind us.
I'd run to the cabin, but I have no idea where it's at.
I have no idea about anything. So yes.
Okay.
Down the hill.
We're running away from these guys. We're not running to anywhere.
Okay.
Right.
You're just trying to get away.
That's right. It's that part of the horror movie, I guess.
All right.
Yes.
They're behind. They stop pursuing you. Both of you give me a listen roll.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
that's one thing I'm good at, but I didn't hear
me
this time.
Okay. You are heading towards the center of Delta. You can see some lights, like maybe from the gas station just over the next rise in the road. You hear an engine behind you.
Does it have like flashing lights and stuff on it? Is it the tow truck? Oh,
well, yeah, it is. Looking over your shoulder, yeah, they went back and got in the tow truck.
oh, those son of a. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know, Pete. This might be the end. They got the damn tow truck on us. I knew I didn't like that Cletus one bit.
So you guys basically have one round to decide what to do. What will you do?
All right, so they're straight up chasing us down.
Yeah.
Well, aside from dying, I'm gonna jump to the left side, assuming I'm on the left side of the road.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump over and try to roll in and like a presumable ditch. That's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Get out of the road for sure, so they don't hit us. Right.
All right. And how about how about you there, Will?
I'm gonna follow his suit. I'm gonna run the same way and try to get off the road and as far as away I can get. If they're literally on my heels, then I am gonna dive off the road.
Okay. I need both of you guys, and we'll start with Dooms. Give me a hide roll, please. Okay. Give me one for you there, Will.
Okay.
Oh.
10.
What
is my hide here? It's 10.
10. Okay.
It's 10.
You see like an actual culvert pipe alongside the road and shimmy in it. Yeah, Pete, they saw exactly where you went. They are the truck stops and they're on foot and they are they're coming into the woods.
So do they run past me?
Yeah, they run past you.
All right. I'm gonna look out the culvert once they're past me and see if the truck's got its lights on.
Yes, it does.
I'm getting in the truck.
Engine's running.
I'm running to get in the truck.
Okay. Any all right. Let's see. Pete, you have a very high dex. You're trying to get away from them, right?
Well, realizing that they've seen me, I'm just gonna stay put. I don't want to get shot.
Okay.
Maybe I can get out of my mouth.
All right. Back at the truck, you jump in. It's on. The keys are in it. The engine's still running.
All right. I'm going to. How far into the woods they get? One, are they thick? Right? Is it old forest? Is it deciduous? What is it? Can I get a truck through there or not?
No, you can't get the.
Okay.
The incline.
I figured that was the easier question.
Yeah, these are piney woods. So.
All right. Do I know if they caught Pete or not? Can I tell?
As you are running for the truck, you hear singing behind you.
Okay.
Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war.
Are they? Is it from the trees?
From them. It's from them.
Yeah, I don't like this one bit. All right, I guess I'll get in the truck. I'll put it into gear, and I'm waiting for them to come back out of the the woods if they're coming out.
Okay. Yeah, you don't have to wait too long. There's a couple of them got, Pete's arm, and they're talking and nodding, and then they look up and notice you. We're gonna do a let's see. Okay, we're just gonna do kind of a basic. What is your dex?
It's 14.
14. Okay. And we're just going to say that they're passive. We're going to give them an average. Roll percentile dice for me.
Okay.
And roll well.
52.
Yeah, they're kind of caught off guard. They're sort of looking around, and you see weapons start to come up.
All right, I'm assuming this, since we're in the middle of nowhere, I'm assuming this is a moonshine version of a tow truck, and I'm gonna hit as hard as I can on that gas to flip this truck around and aim it at them.
Give me a drive roll.
Yeah, this is where things go really, really wrong.
This is where things go really, really wrong. It depends on how wrong they go.
Eastbound and down. 29.
29.
That's only 9 above.
They didn't go that wrong. So let's see. It lunges forward. You kind of start to bring it around. You don't quite have the feel for it. The engine stalls.
I'm gonna. Well, I mean, this is the movie meme. I'm gonna try to start the thing again. Put my foot on the clutch and hit the damn switch.
There are a couple running over to you, but your dex is high enough that you go first. You get it started up, and you are now facing them.
I'm going to drive at them.
Okay. Are you going to drive at them, or are you going to try and catch them?
Are they running away, or they're coming at me?
No, they're running at you, and you get it started up. They're still
okay. Yeah,
really
I'm looking for Pete, and I'm going to drive and try to get near Pete. And if they're in the way, then they shouldn't have been.
Okay.
Bob's gone. See. I don't have to worry about feeling bad about trying to help these people anymore.
Give me I tell you what, we're going to do Dex v Dex. So give me a percentage dice roll.
All right. 7. Good luck
7.
with that one, guy.
Okay. You catch one of them. Oh, wait, let's see. Resistance. Yeah, his dex is low enough. You catch one of them. That is not the dice I wanted. Yeah, you slam into one, and he is launched backwards.
Yeah, he disappears from view. I'm okay with that.
All right. Now give me a luck roll to see if you caught the other one.
All right.
Come on.
I have a pretty high luck, so
yeah.
There's a chance of this. 54. So my luck is 60.
All right. Now give me another percentile roll for actually hitting him. This is a resistance.
70.
70. Ooh, that is close because your dex. Let's see. Yeah, that's not gonna get it.
Okay.
He ducks out of the way. He dives. He's too busy trying not to die. One of these people on you, with Pete, is drawing a gun and firing it at your friend in the truck. But Pete, your dex is 14, so you will go before him.
I'll take a shot at him. Oh, I don't even.
Yeah, you have a tire iron. So.
Well, no, I
Yeah,
gave him my gun. I had the tire.
Oh,
iron.
you did. Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah.
forgot. Yes.
All right. He's right there. So you draw the gun and
Yeah,
blast
I'll
on him.
shoot with that. I've got
All right.
I've got 35 on rifle.
Well, pistol. You have any on pistol
Handgun. Yeah.
or handgun?
Oh, that was his handgun?
Yeah, that's all I had.
I've got a 40.
All right.
That's
Take it.
Right.
twice
'Cause
what I
you don't
had.
have the shotgun anymore.
No,
Right.
got lost.
Yeah, I've got 40 on handgun. That's my best.
Roll it.
Alrighty.
7.
7.
Nice.
Nice.
That is an impale. You will do your dice and then your dice again.
All right. What would my dice be? Because I
So
don't know
for
what
that
this weapon is.
38, we're
so
basically
38.
just we're just going with that. So it's going to be a D6 and then a D6. 6.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
You bring the pistol up and he looks over just in time to catch that bullet right between the eyes.
Yeah, man.
Something more than Duramatter flies out the back of his head. Do give me a sand roll.
Of course.
So you make a great shot and you have to do
Hey,
sanity.
if you don't get a sand roll.
Oh,
That's
absolutely
nice.
not. That is a D3 that you're feeling the battle fatigue. We haven't. I don't think by 70 they were saying post-traumatic stress. You're feeling the battle fatigue kind of settle in on you. So that's 2 more points of sand. This guy next to him
sir.
is already not 75. Yeah, no. He only loses a point of sand. How about for Will?
Did I see it? I got to roll. Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you're like driving up and you see like the ejecta.
66, which is, yeah. If I still have the negs I had before, that's a failure. Although I'm running people over, I don't know how.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
1
it's-
point.
it's less gushy. It's less gushy.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah,
You
that's
see
not-
that head come apart, man?
Yeah.
Funny. Yeah.
All
I'm
right,
gonna.
so-
I take 1 sand, but I'm gonna open the door and say, "Get in, Pete."
all right. Well, there's this
Hell
guy.
yeah.
This guy is left, and he's got a mag light flashlight. He's gonna try and club Pete.
Oh no.
But it is not successful.
Oh, thankfully.
Doesn't know how to use a flashlight properly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. He swings and misses.
Yeah, I'm gonna open up the passenger side door and yell at Pete. If
Right.
I can.
You've already done that.
Okay.
So Pete, you diving in?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Where are you guys going?
Well, I do know that they were at the church, right? So maybe there's some
blast
data.
the thing, man.
Maybe there's
Drive right through it.
maybe there's something at the church that'll tell us where they're at.
At the church.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, like I told you, they helped me. You can probably see from my head. They got that bug out.
No anymore, man.
So I'm hoping.
Let's just go.
You want to just go?
Yeah, man. Let's just go. Let's do whatever we gotta do.
Okay. So you guys are just trying to get out of town, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was nuts when they drove us up there, right? So I probably have zero clue where that cabin is.
That's up to McFarlane, my man.
At least that's
Okay.
what I'm assuming. Yeah.
All right. So you guys are just driving. Give me a percentage dice roll, please, for Pete Wilson. One last check.
Yeah. Come on. Low money.
What?
4.
Okay. You block out the intrusive voices.
Excellent.
Yeah, this thing shifting around inside your head, and you can feel it. It's showing you things, promising you things. Put the gun against his head and pull the trigger, Pete. Do it. Do it. Do it. So much to show you.
My precious.
Yeah, you're just you know, he's like not paying attention to you, looking back and forth. And then just trembling hand, you lay the gun down. So you guys are just heading out, correct?
Well, I was hoping to go to church. I want to find. I mean, it's out of town, right? Those guys hate this place.
Yes, the New Hope Baptist Church.
Yeah, I wanted to. Maybe there's something that'll tell us where the hell that cabin is, because we need help, and Bob's gone.
Hey, man, I'm all about it. I'm all about whatever you want to do. At this point, really.
Yeah, I tell him I know they did this terrible surgery, but I got to tell you, I haven't seen any weird vision since. And supposedly, and I haven't been able to prove this, but they once you have it, you can't be affected by those damn bugs anymore.
Yeah, man, I ain't never gonna be the same.
Yeah, probably true. I know I'm not the same. Never thought I'd be running people over. But today,
Okay.
I guess the day. So
When
yeah,
you got nothing.
I'm gonna see if we can kind of ramshackle that church. It's you said it was like 4 to 6 miles out of town or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do. I want to see if I could find out something out of there, right? And we're gonna do it the rough and tumble way. We're not gonna try to hide or anything. I just run in there, kick the door in if I have to, and search as quickly as I can, because they may have other cars in that town.
Hell yeah, Will.
Okay. All right, you guys you storm the church. You dig through the desks and filing cabinets and stuff, but other than rather mundane church records, you don't. Let me see.
I mean, if they have like a log of their parish, right, with who goes and their address, I'm gonna look for something that's on a road that isn't a street name, right? County Road 3 or like by where I live, there's a no name road, literally no name. So
okay, there is there is actually a filing cabinet in the church's secretary office that is, the top 2 drawers are slightly open. They are empty, but the little card, it's got that little card frame where you can write stuff down and then slide it. It is labeled baptism records, but those drawers are empty.
are they around me? I look around to see if they're on the floor or
No.
no.
The office, even though it looks like most of the useful material was taken out, the office is empty.
Okay. I don't know how much time we have to search through this stuff, Pete. Those whatever they are, going to be probably on us before too long.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Robert.
man, we ain't got much time.
I was hoping we'd find something useful in here, but it looks like that we're going to have to do it the hard way.
Yeah.
I'm going to. There's no flyers or anything about the New Hope Church and a new location for meeting or anything like that hanging around there.
No.
Okay. Well, we're gonna get out of the building through the front door and look down the street. Is there any activity coming from town?
No.
Pete, we gotta get this thing out of your head. I don't know what to do about it.
Man, I don't know what to do neither, man. I don't know. It don't really matter though, does it? That's just in this.
Maybe we can take you to town, and not this town, but back home, and see if we can get you some help.
Yeah, man, we can do this so we can get to the bottom of what's going on around here.
So yeah, we'll get in the truck or the tow truck and start heading out back to Ted.
Okay.
I'm sure he'll help us.
Alrighty. So here's where I take over and narrate.
Okay.
There are certain events that occur. A few months later, there is first of all, you guys are fired. Ted kind of listens to you and says, look, I don't know what kind of college prank you're pulling here. I don't know where that reporter went with that camera. God damn it, that thing costs money. Now I'm not paying you a damn red cent. You done lost a 16mm camera that used sound. You lost a car. And now you come and telling me about some cockamamie story about mosquitoes that get inside your brain. I think I know exactly what happened. Y'all went up to Talladega. That little floozy, Carrie, and what's his name? That college boy.
I think you mean Phil. Yeah.
Phil done hooked up. They're off screwing like rabbits somewhere. Y'all got into moonshine or something, and now trying to pass this off like you did your jobs, like there's space bugs or something in your head. Get the hell out of my office. You're fired, both of you. You're fired.
Can I react, or is this still just
Yeah. I mean,
take my bandage off and see if he could see the third eye, whatever the hell that is.
Okay. Yeah, you've just got. Well, I mean, this is like you guys get back to Atlanta at like 11 o'clock at night.
Right.
You've got essentially a jagged hole in the back of your head. You're not going to go to a hospital or anything. And you guys also you have insufficient hit points to practically remain conscious.
Well, yeah, I guess there is that. Okay, I mean,
All right.
I guess we'd go to the hospital if that's what it felt like on the way home.
Okay. All right. So that's a treatment you guys get from Ted. We'll say over the phone.
Okay.
Because you sir are admitted into the hospital. The police are called. Who bored a hole in your head, and why?
I want to try to explain it to them in the most gory detail possible, so they have to make sand rolls.
Actually, they're going to make psychology rolls.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are both clearly paranoid delusional. They are doing their best to help you work through the trauma. This is 1970, so things have gotten touchy-feely.
It's not just shock treatment now. Okay.
No, it's not lithium and shock treatment. I think it might even be Well, congratulations there, Pete. You get back 3 points of sand, and Will, you get
Excellent.
back a point of sand through the therapy that you guys are talking about. They don't believe a single word of it. They're more concerned about the gaping hole drilled in the back of your head. So what they come to the conclusion of is that you were struck with a sharp object. Your skull was pierced, and probably got into somebody's moonshine still up in the hills. And you're delusional from the head injury, because it's all the way down to the dura. Ted fires you over the phone.
I didn't like working for that jackass anyway.
Pete.
Yeah.
Well, let me just explain this. 6 months later, Pete Wilson is admitted into Atlanta Baptist Hospital. He was found wandering the streets in a delusional, paranoid state, attacking passersby, screaming about cities on the surface of Neptune, untold pleasures that everyone could embrace. And he weeps because he says, "I am no longer the host."
Fair enough.
So Pete will be spending a very long time in an insane asylum. As far as Will is concerned, you seek solace whatever way you can. Pete, alternating back and forth over the weeks and months. Sometimes he's desperate for your company because you're the only person who doesn't understand, or who understands and doesn't think that he's lying. And then there are times when he seems absolutely sinister and you just want to get away from him. You find out a few weeks later that he has been involuntarily committed to the psychiatric ward in Baptist General Hospital in Atlanta. You are never quite sure what happened to Carrie or to Philip. However, a decade later, in 1980, you are working for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and a small story is filed that catches your eye. A deceased individual who had been declared missing years before was found in the Talladega National Forest. His skeletal remains were found with the ID of Philip Barker.
Now it's time to try to look up that shack, because it's somewhere near there. Been driving backwards and back roads for the rest of my life, seeing if I could get Pete some help.
Perhaps. And that is where we will end it, folks. The Shans, the insects from Shagai, well, who knows what they got up to. I want to thank my my wonderful cast of players for being in this year's Call of Cthulhu game. Thank you very much, Doomsword, and Yang and Zhao, and Kevin and Kennick. Give yourself a round of applause, because you guys absolutely deserve it. Top-notch role play, and it was a lot of fun putting this year's adventure together. Now you guys will have to tell me in the comments. You can reach out to me on social media. Do you want something modern again? Do you want to return back to the 1930s? What do you guys want? Well, I hope this one made your skin crawl. Any closing words, Dooms?
Thank you.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you. Yang,
That's about it.
anything you'd like to say?
Join us again next year to watch us die horribly.
Kevin.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. This is not my normal gaming scene, but I've really enjoyed it, and I gotta say, I'd do it anytime.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. And Kanek.
I mean, you let us just go with it and flow with it and just be us. So we got to just have fun. So I totally appreciate it. Thank you.
You are quite welcome. Yeah, basically I was making surgery rolls, and I rolled an 87 for you. Oops, little
I mean,
too
it
far,
happens.
little too far in with the. I mean, if you were in a hospital, probably would have worked out better. Oh my gosh! And I'm sorry about your ignominious death walking around in the forest, Yang. I truly am. Oh, he's still muting me.
It happens.
Well, anyway.
I mean, it's Call of Cthulhu. We know it's going to happen. So.
Anyway, everyone, thank you for being here again for another horror game. I hope everyone liked the opening credits variant that I did for tonight. That was a lot of fun. My youngest daughter, gave me some pointers on how to creep it up even more. Because I'd been playing with the whole lo-fi TV thing for the first 3 episodes, and I knew I had to do something a little bit creepy with it. What X-ray scans would, well, we'll never know, Damien. We'll never know. So again, I appreciate it, everyone, and I will be back on Monday, and we'll just start this whole process again. Thank you for watching, everybody. 252 viewers tonight, about which I am just so happy. So if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Please click the bell icon for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up, and if you like it, give it a thumbs down if you didn't like it. And I'll see everyone next time. And next week we are back to Gamma World. So until then, take care of each other, and whether they're the insects from Shag-Eye or owl bears, keep your eyes peeled, guys. Peace. Good night. I hope that made your skin crawl.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course? Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.